Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a new One Justice 2 video. Today we're going to be starting off making our guides for One Justice 2 just like in Jump Force. Basically what I'm going to go through is their main basic combos, the resets that they have, their big combos that you want, and basically as you're learning about the character, you'll learn about how to counter the character also, because I'll go through what's safe and what's not and basically everything like that. So as you can probably tell, we're going to go through Lemillion first, and if you're a Lemillion hater, I'd probably still stay and watch because you will find out how to punish him. And I'm also going to go through which characters are the easiest to punish him with. Alright guys, getting into his B&B combos, he generally has three that you want to kind of stick towards. The first one is a very basic one, 3 squares into 3 circles, and gives you pretty average damage. His second B&B is also very simple, a little bit more damage. It's going to be 3 squares into a tilt square into a tilt triangle. His third B&B is going to be the one that does the most damage. It's also very simple, 3 squares into a tilt square into a normal triangle. This roughly does 7,500 and it's your biggest damage B&B combo. Alright guys, getting into some of his air combos, if you ever land a hit in the air, the B&B is going to look something like this. 2 squares into a tilt square into 3 circles. Now that we know what his B&Bs look like on the ground and air, we're going to throw in some dash canceling to show you how to extend these combos. Starting with the first B&B combo I showed you earlier, if you go this route, you want to dash cancel after the second circle. 2 squares, tilt square into 3 circles. If you guys would like to throw in 2 dash cancels to extend the combo, get some more damage, this is what it's going to look like. Same kind of startup, dash cancel 2 squares, boom, 2 circles, then dash cancel one more time, 2 squares into 3 circles. Alright guys, for his second B&B combo, the dash canceling is going to happen after the tilt triangle. So as we do this, 3 squares, tilt triangle, dash cancel as soon as you hit, 2 squares, tilt square, and 3 circles, and that should armor break him right there. And notice how that is one dash cancel that we have done, and we actually got more damage than the first B&B combo using 2 dash canceling. If you would like to do 2 dash cancels in this combo, it's going to look something like this. So same type of startup, dash cancel after that, 2 circles, dash cancel, 2 squares into 3 circles, and this will give you a little bit more damage, roughly 1,000 more damage. Alright guys, for his third B&B combo, I don't really recommend you dash canceling after this unless you are close to a wall. And what this means is, when you do this third B&B and you dash cancel, they need to be near a wall so you can actually follow it up. Even right there, it did whip. I think that was just me messing up though. As you can see, we got him with 1 dash cancel. This is the damage you're going to get. Pretty nice damage. If we want to throw in 2 dash cancels, we're roughly following the same pattern. Nope, messed up one more time. As you can see, it's very unreliable and you generally don't want to take this route. But if you're confident enough, 2 circles, dash cancel, 2 squares into 3 circles, and you get some major damage there. Now, it might not even work even going near a wall like you've seen previously. We're close to a wall here. Ooh, but I get it, so I'm going to go with it. I'm going to only do 1. But if they are not even close to a wall and you go this route, don't even really duck you going that far. There we go. If they are not near a wall, and you go this route, just let them fall. It's okay. Let them recover, do whatever. Take the good damage and save up some bar. Alright guys, let's talk about his first quirk ability, which is just his regular triangle, the one that lets him go invincible pretty much for 3 seconds, roughly around 3 seconds. And at the end of the 3 seconds, it forces them to do this kind of punch move here. Now this punch move is very unsafe unless you follow it up with a dash cancel, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what you can do with this quirk and how to actually use it to your maximum potential. Okay guys, so first off, Lemillion players can actually keep themselves safe after using this. If they just let it fly and the enemy is guarding, they will be punished. But some things you can do to stop this is, of course, 1, you can dash cancel right after this and go into some lights. So if I'm going to do this, I'm going to dash cancel 2 squares, tilt square, 3 circles. And if I feel like I'm still not safe and they're not going to move on me because they might try and punish my third circle, I will dash cancel again. So again, dash cancel 2 squares, hyper armor, 3 squares, dash cancel one more time, and we can just do the loop again. And of course, this is going to do some major guard damage. Let me go ahead and show you guys what it looks like. So boom. And of course, this is all just if they do not sidestep, and we'll break his guard right there, right? And that's pretty much how to keep yourself safe off of that one. The second thing you can do is, of course, if you have a assist that you want to throw out, just kind of bait them into punishing you. So let's say you don't have bar, but you have an assist. If you do this and they guard, you can kind of bait them into attacking you, and you can use your assist to actually hit them, and hopefully if you get hit, you can recover fast enough to then go and try and punish them with some BNB combos. The third thing that you can do to keep yourself safe is actually canceling this animation right here. And how to do that is you basically just call an assist, and as the Lemillion kind of pokes his ear up like that, you just let go of triangle. So boom, and we are free to do whatever we want. We're free to go back in the animation if we want, and if we have another assist, we can cancel it one more time. Now honestly, what this does is just kind of keeps you safe. I would recommend doing the second method just because it gives you an opportunity to counterattack. But if you are really not feeling comfortable and let's say you're running away and the opponent is kind of chasing you because he knows that you're unsafe after that, what he's going to do is you can maybe surprise him with like a Camie or something, and maybe Camie will hit and you'll be out of the animation and you might be able to punish it, right? So that's something you guys can do. A tip for people playing against Lemillion when they use this, and Lemillion players, you can use this to keep yourself safe if someone's going to use this against you. What I like to do when I'm versing a Lemillion is if they are in this animation and they do not have a bar to dash cancel and they do not have assist, is I will chase the Lemillion down, because for one, if I have no assists or bars, the Lemillion player should not be dumb enough to go near you. What they should be doing is they should be running away, but you should be chasing. So if I'm the Deku player, I would chase them at a certain distance, because one, let's say he did have at least one bar to dash cancel here. If he does not touch your guard, he cannot dash cancel. So I'm spamming dash cancel right now and it does not come out. I have to actually hit you to dash cancel. So if I'm the Deku player and this Lemillion's running around, I'm trying to keep a good distance away from him, enough that I can punish him, but enough where this doesn't actually hit me so he cannot have the opportunity to dash cancel and hit me more times. So guys, use that to your advantage. Make sure when you're playing Lemillions, you kind of gauge your distance and see, depending on the character, how you can punish Lemillion. Getting into his second quirk ability, everyone's favorite, the freaking dive bomb, where it goes into the ground and comes back up and uppercuts you into the sky. First off, Lemillion players, you can cancel this. If you feel unsafe at any point, just hold guard and you will pop up kind of where you held guard. So if I want to be a little closer and I hold guard, I'll be a little closer. If I want to let it go all the way and then hold guard to get a little bit closer, I can. If I want to just meet him there and let it go, I can, but he's guarding and I am unsafe. Let's go over a little bit of how we can use this to our advantage in opponents, how you can punish Lemillions. So first off, every time you decide to cancel this near the opponent has two options, and you have some options as well. First off, it's very difficult to react to Lemillion not coming up with an uppercut and just guarding right here, right? You gotta have some very quick reactions, and most of the time, since the servers are still not great, and for some reason people still have really crappy internet these days, you won't be able to react to throwing a light before Lemillion gets into his guard animation, right? Because as you can see, it takes a little bit before he gets into the guard animation. What the opponent can do and what Lemillion players have to watch out for is if they have a fast guard break. So this is shoe style Deku, but Overhaul version 1 has a very fast kick. Ochako has a very fast guard break too, and guard breaks meaning this. And I believe regular base Deku also has a very fast guard break. So if I come up right here and I guard and they see that I'm guarding real fast, if they react fast enough, they can use their guard break and they can punish me with that. So Lemillion players gotta watch out for that. Of course, if they don't react fast enough, I didn't mean to do that. If they don't react fast enough, I can try and sidestep, or if it's a certain guard break, I can jump. But most of the time, Lemillion players just kind of wait for you to do something and they'll just kind of stay in guard, right? Because they think they're invincible. Now, of course, if you think they're going to do the red guard break and you come up and you hold guard, you can try and throw in some lights there before they use the red guard break, in which you would be plus on that and you would get to do a full combo. Okay guys, let's say we let the uppercut fly. This is where it gets a little complicated and the community hates this. So, first off, if I hold triangle, I am generally safe. I've had a couple characters that can beat me to me going invincible. I don't know, they're just fast. What they're gonna generally do is after you let the uppercut fly, if they are guarding, they're going to jump after you. So they're gonna jump right here, and when they jump, they're gonna look for a punish. So they jump. What's gonna happen here is they're gonna either throw out a light or they're gonna wait for you to make a move. Alright? As the opponent, if a Lemillion player does this for me, most of the Lemillion players that just don't know how to play are just gonna hold a triangle. So when I jump, I'm expecting them to triangle. So I'm not gonna throw, if I'm the Deku, I'm not gonna throw any lights. So he jumps, I throw it out, and now we're in the situation of am I safe or not? You know, we're back in that one situation where Lemillion has to figure out a way to become safe from this if he's going to run away, if he has another bar to dash cancel, you know, you get put in that situation. So, that is one kind of event that can happen when guarding the uppercut. Real fast, another thing they might do, Lemillion players might do, for the opponent's sake, if they decide to jump, the Lemillion players might be a little bit too trigger happy, in which they're going to hold triangle, and let's say the opponent jumps and they are going to call them out, so they're going to call out the Lemillion player and having a trigger finger, and I just press triangle, right? I hold it and then I see that he jumped and I think I'm going to go for the punish. Well, what the opponent can do is he can use his hyper armor move, and by that I mean the yellow move. I'll probably call those hyper armor moves for future guides, by the way. And he'll use the hyper move in the air, in which I will be unsafe as a Lemillion player, and then depending on the character you are playing, I'm sure the opponent can dash cancel to get some more damage and to punish that Lemillion. Now guys, of course, if they jump a little too late, so let's say you see that they jumped or in the reaction time is slow, or maybe it's a little laggy, what you can do is actually just sidestep if they're trying to punish you, and then go into a little bit of an air combo here if you really would want to, but that's generally what I do. If the opponent does jump in the correct way, I do try to tend and hold the triangle button. That's basically what you can do to punish that. The other thing, of course, people will do... Deku, for God, stop jumping, man. The other thing, right when it hits, you'll just dash, right? So if they try and jump after this hits, you'll hit them on this, and you can go into whatever type of air combo you're going to do. So be careful about that. Okay, last thing about this quirk, I hate spending so much time on this, but I know you guys really want this kind of stuff, how to punish this. But to be honest, if you guard this ability, it honestly just becomes, you know, reading your opponent and reacting. So it's nothing really I can teach you, but I can give you some options and try them out on some Lemillions, and then you gotta adjust to the playstyle. So one more time, if they guard and they decide to jump, if I'm the Deku player, if I know that the Lemillion is not going to go for the holding triangle, if he's not going to go for this right there, what I'm going to do is, as the Deku player, I'm going to jump and I'm going to wait for this Lemillion to sidestep, in which case, as the Deku, I would be able to, let's see if I can make this work as a CPU, I would be able to jump, and I do this. That was supposed to be a sidestep, but let's pretend Deku air dashes, and then he hits me with the target combo, right? Whatever he's gonna hit me with. Okay, stop. Please stop. That is just another situation. If the Lemillion tries to jump away, Deku can dash after me in the air, or maybe jump after me. I'd recommend dashing, but that's just another way to punish Lemillions. Of course, guys, last thing, we can finally move on. If you hit this, just dash cancel and go into the combos I taught you earlier. If you want to use 2 or 1, just go with whichever path suits you best for the situation. Alright guys, we can finally move on from the uppercut. Let's talk about his guard breaks, or unblockables. I'm probably going to call them guard breaks most of the time. Lemillion has 2. One is just kind of a basic little dash at the opponent, and the other one is your tilt circle, where he uses the kind of cape as a shield and then comes at you and grabs you, and the other one, of course, you just use by pressing R, or holding guard and pressing square. So going over the square one, what this does is it's actually very good. So let's say we dash up to the opponent and then Deku is holding guard, waiting for us to make a move. 2 things can happen. One, he's gonna wait for us to basically maybe use a guard break and he can sidestep. Now I can't actually make the computer sidestep, so just imagine him sidestepping. Based on experience, if you sidestep too late on this one, what's going to happen is you will get hit and this will track you. The tracking is fairly good on this guard break. So let's say Deku sidesteps too late, this will hit, and of course we can follow it up with any type of B&B combo that we really want. It's your choice. And that's basically it, guys. That's really all it is. As the opponent, when you want to look out for this, you can jump this. So let's see if we can get him to jump here. You can jump it, clearly it goes over, so anytime you see the red coming out from Lemillion, go ahead and jump. Same thing with the cape. If you jump the cape, obviously that's mistimed. Let's see if I can... If you jump the cape, it will go over. So that is your best bet, but most of the people's reaction is to sidestep, so I'm going to go over a little bit what that's going to look like with the cape as well. So Like I said, with this one, if you sidestep too late, you will be tracked. But if you sidestep too early on the cape's gonna grab you, and they can follow up with a combo and whatnot. So again, if this happens, you want to sidestep fast. If this happens, you want to sidestep a little later. But if you just want to play it safe on both ends, if you see any type of red coming from Lemillion, go ahead and just jump, and you can punish them in the air with whatever combo. Alright guys, talking about some follow-ups that you can do with the guard breaks. Like I said earlier, with this one, all you gotta do is just do whatever B&B combo you want to do, right? With the cape, it's a little bit more different. You have to dash cancel to follow up, and you have to dash cancel a little later than you think. As you can see, I kind of held off a little bit. If you dash cancel too early, you might whiff your light here, as you can see. So kind of wait for him to go in the air, so boom, boom, dash cancel, and then go into whatever type of air combo you want to do. You roughly get some nice damage. I did forget about this, but you can use the cape in the air, and of course, like I said earlier, this does block damage, so I'm going to have Deku hit me here, and I will be able to block all the damage and get the grab off. Now, depending on the character, you can actually stop Lemillion from using the second part of the grab here, because if the character you're playing has very fast hits, what's gonna happen, I'm trying to time this with Deku here, is you can actually hit them before Lemillion goes in this little dash area right there, and then he'll be punished for that. So kind of just gauge how fast your character is, and again, if you see the cape, just, you know, jump. My recommendation is to just jump every time you see red on Lemillion. Okay guys, here comes the fun part and a little bit more of the bias part of the guide. Going into some of the assist combos, I like to use Camie and Rappa, both generally very good assists for any character. And it works really well with Lemillion, and I'll show you guys some of the combos I like to do with them. Alright guys, starting with Camie, anytime you have Camie available in your assists, I like to do the third B&B combo that I showed you earlier, which is, remember, the 3 squares, tilt square into the 1 triangle. Now, this is a little situational if you're going to use Camie. First off, if you are not near a wall and we are in open space, you do not add the triangle at the end of the combo, so this is what it's going to look like. So we do 3, and then tilt square, and then we're going to call Camie as soon as that second one hits, dash up, jump, and you can go into an air combo, whatever you want to do. You can dash cancel, or you don't have to dash cancel to extend it, but roughly 10,000 damage, and we saved a bar. What I like to use Camie for is kind of a substitute for dash canceling, so I can save bar if I need it in the future. Now sometimes you may be able to connect Camie with, or sorry, you may be able to run up and then use the ground combo and then go like this and do the third B&B before she kind of like hits him up in the air, right? And what I mean by hits him up in the air is before he flies up in the air, because if we do it too late, we're not going to be able to land our lights, right? So we get more damage that way if we do it. However, sometimes if you mess up, like if I dash the wrong way or if I don't catch him before he flies up, we'll miss our opportunity to get damage at all, right? So roughly, that's only 500 more points than what we did, and again, none of these require dash canceling. Alright guys, now we're gonna go ahead and add the triangle here, and now this is honestly one of my favorite combos to do because the triangle does so much damage. Now this is very situational, you need to be near a wall, so same thing here, call Camie at the same time, but this time add the triangle. And of course you can go down to the ground combo if you want. As you can see, we messed up, that's why I don't like going for the ground combo. I'll show you the difference here. The air combo actually does more damage, but still let me show you the ground combo. So do 3 lights into 3 circles. By lights I mean squares. There you go, that's almost 11,000, but now let's go ahead and do the air combo. We do the same B&B. We're gonna jump 2 lights, tilt square, and then 3 circles. There we go, 11,090, right? We get more damage and we get a hard knockdown, in which case we can jump away from or do whatever, right? Alright guys, some air combos with Camie is pretty nice. So again, just the basic kind of air combo we're going to do here is 2 squares into a tilt square. Now after the tilt square, you want to use a circle, and as you hit that first circle, you want to call on Camie. So real fast, 2 squares, tilt square, then 2 circles, but on that first circle, you want to call on Camie. Camie's going to grab him, wait for him to land, then go back into the air combo, and then just finish out with 3 circles, because it's going to armor break him, right? So you can jump away, whatever you want to do, or you can just land right in front of them, so make him feel pressured, right? That is the most damage we can get out of that. Of course, if we dash cancel, we can get a little more. If we want to dash cancel, it's going to look something like this. Again, Camie, let him fall, hit the ground, jump up, 2 circles, dash cancel, 2 squares, 3 circles. We get a little more damage. But roughly, you don't need the dash cancel there because you get literally almost the same damage. Something I don't recommend, but if you need like that extra sliver of damage and they're about to die, is of course you can do something like this, where you let them come down, you do 3 lights, and you go down with the uppercut, dash cancel, and then do 2 squares and then 3 circles, and you get 10,085 damage, right? So if you need that extra little bit of health, I definitely go for that more damage. But if you're just kind of saving bar or you want to save bar, just do the basic air combo. Alright guys, we're going to get into some Camie super combos right here, but first let's go over what supers connect with Lemillion's lights and heavies first. So his lights I'm going to refer to as squares, and his heavies I'm going to refer to as circles, or sorry, vice versa. So first off, every single one of Lemillion's lights can be connected with both supers, so the 1 bar and 2 bar supers, except for this 4th light right here. So this 4th light, never use a super after it. The heavies, every single super connects with the heavies except for the 1st bar super with the 3rd heavy. So if I try and do the 3rd heavy and do the 1st super, it does not connect. But if I try and do the 2 bar super into that 3rd heavy, it does connect. If I want to add tilt squares into this, the first part of the tilt square does connect with both supers. So if I want to do the first part and I want to use the 2 bar super, this will connect. But if I wait for the second to hit, if I wait for that second square tilt to hit, it will not land, and that goes for both supers. Alright guys, so let's get into it. If we have Camie available and we have 1 bar available, this is the super combo you want to go for. Again, we're going to use our 3rd BNB. So doing this, calling Camie, same time. We're going to do 3 lights right here, hitting them on the ground first, and then after the 2 circles, we're going to use the super right here. If you try and do the 3rd circle, first off, it won't connect, and second, it will do the armor break because we did too many hits to him, in which we can't land a super regardless. So roughly that's 15,000 damage. Very good 50% damage combo for only 1 bar. Let's say you guys are in a very tight spot, and let's say their assist is coming up and you do not have time to basically do the full combo. What I mean by this is you don't have time to do these like 3 lights right here into heavies, right? What you want to do is actually, when Camie lands, you want to wait for Camie to hit them on the ground and then use your level 1 super. Sometimes this does whiff, but if you time it completely right, and they're like, it should never miss, because it does do a little less damage because we don't get those 3 lights and 2 heavies in there, but we avoid the assist and we get the confirmed damage, right? The only time it does miss sometimes is like when they're like in a corner like this, and if you get too close right here, I don't know if this will hit or not. Okay, it hit, but sometimes it can miss, so be very careful about that. Kind of move away from Camie a bit, wait for them to hit the ground, and then do it. Alright guys, let's say you have Camie and you got 2 bars. This is where the big damage comes in. First off, use the same combo. Of course, you need to be near a wall. When you do this, 3 lights, 2 heavies, going into the level 2. Now, do not do that 3rd heavy. Again, I will tell you why, because it will armor break and you will not be able to do your super, okay? You'll miss out on this beautiful damage, okay? This is a 2 bar combo, so respectively, it should be doing this amount of damage right here. Maybe that's 22,000 damage, and that does more than most T-molds, guys. I gotta tell you right there. Beautiful damage. Same thing for the situation with the assist. If the assist is coming back and you're scared that you're not gonna be able to get that full damage off, you're gonna have to use this ability a little bit before Camie is gonna hit them on the ground. If you wait too long before they hit them on the ground, they will fly up a little bit too high, and Lemillion will not be able to hit them with his little kick that he does. Again, not as much damage, but still fantastic damage for just this kind of small combo here. I believe it's still above 20,000. Yep, it's 20,000, a little bit, 2,000 less damage, but still very, very good. And I don't really need to go over this, but let's say you do get a hit in the air. I'd recommend calling in Camie right here, and then roughly you do the same thing. You can either wait for them to land, then do boom, boom, and do the same thing, or you can do what I said earlier and kind of time the fall and use your super in case the assists are coming out and you don't want to have an assist stop you from doing your full combo, right? So, same situation, they're just in the air and you got to time it a little better because they're falling from higher height, right? But roughly same damage. Alright guys, finally get into some Rappa assists. We're going to use the first B&B combo I taught you, so that is the 3 lights into 3 heavies. When we're going to call in Rappa, we're going to call him in right before the second heavy is going to land. There you go, Rappa does connect. And after Rappa connects, we're going to actually use this guard break. Now we want to time this because we want Rappa's final hit. That does a lot of damage here. Rappa's final hit actually does 2,000 damage right there. And if we do it too early, we're going to miss out. So like, let's say if I do this, I completely made Rappa miss that beautiful damage, and we messed it up. So again, practice the timing on this guard break here, and we'll catch them on the drift. So again, the combo is going to look something like this. On Rappa, time it, and then go into the third B&B combo, and we get 12,000 damage right there from just the basic Rappa assist. That's the one you generally want to go for. Alright guys, now air combos for Rappa I generally don't do, but if you need the damage and you think you can kill, I'd recommend doing this. Now, the reason I don't do this is because I want the damage for Rappa's final hit, and it's kind of difficult to land. As you can see, it missed right there, but you're basically just going to do the same thing with Camie, except because Rappa takes a long time to finish out his assist, what you need to do is you call him out at the same time as Camie, but you kind of need to jump around. I'm trying to explain this best I can real fast. So, real fast, I guess I should explain it. Call him out at the same time as Camie, so right as that first heavy hits, and kind of time when you need to go back and hit him. So as you can see, I kind of jumped and then dashed at him, and I kind of basically gauged when Rappa was going to do his final hit. So I jump away, dash at him, he did his final hit, then I just go into a normal air combo, the armor breaks, and we get some nice damage right there, right? A little bit of risky trying to time everything. I'd honestly just do the air combo and then save Rappa for if I need to, you know, if I'm getting hit and I'm about to die, I can use Rappa, or if I'm trying to get big damage, I can use it on the ground. So up to you what you want to use with that, but still very good damage. Alright guys, time to do some super combos with Rappa assist here. You're generally going to do the same exact thing, and then just do it, right? So same combo, except you're going to do the super instead of ending it with that third heavy or going into that third B&B. And this was the level 2 super. I forgot to show the level 1. We'll show the level 1. But again, big damage. I'm not sure if it's a little more than Camie. I believe it is. 22,000, roughly the same, but again, huge damage. I'm going to go ahead and show you the level 1. There we go. And again, 16,000 damage, so it does a little bit more than Camie, and I believe that's because we added the guard break there. Alright guys, now we're going to get into the biggest combo you can actually do with Lemillion. This is the 24,000 damage combo, but I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. One risky way and one not so risky way. Technically, they're actually both risky if you don't do it right. So first off, how this combo starts is the basic Rappa combo. You're basically just going to do the thing I just showed you. Make sure that fist hits, time it. Go into the third B&B combo, call in Camie. You're going to dash up and use your level 2 as soon as you see Camie kind of flip. And I might have actually missed. Okay, I got lucky right there. I think I mistimed it. And this should roughly come out to 23,000 damage, which is insane. We're only a little bit off that 24,000 mark, and I'll show you the next combo how to get this 24,000 mark. But look at this, this was just a 2-bar combos, no dash canceling, beautiful damage right there. Alright guys, pulling off the 24,000 damage combo is going to be literally the same thing, except when Camie hits, what you're going to do is you're going to try and get those ground combos. So Camie, you're going to dash up and get those 3 lights off, and then 2 heavies, and then do your level 2. I might have actually stopped premature on that second heavy, so you might get a little less damage, maybe not. But this should come out to exactly 24,000 if I'm not mistaken. It better. Because I'm sitting through this cutscene, I've seen this so many times. There it is, exactly 24,000. It's actually so sweet. And there you go, some huge damage, and that is just a 2-bar combo. Now just because of it, I might as well show you the 1-bar. So if we do the same exact combo with the if we only have like 1 bar, we need to end this game or something, still stick with the same route. You can use the 1-bar here, or you can do 3 lights into 2 heavies, and I actually messed up that 3rd light. And this should give you a little about 50%. Yeah, 17,000 damage, and if I hit that third light, would have done a little bit more. And of course, if you don't feel comfortable dashing after the Camie to try and land the ground hits, you can let Camie assist, dash up. I should have waited for her to hit, but this should be interesting. Does this hit? Okay, I got lucky in the hit. I should have waited for her to slam down. We get a little less damage, but there you go. That's with the 1-bar super. Alright guys, that's actually going to be it for this guide today. It's a lot. It's roughly the same time as my Jump Force guides. However, it feels like there's a little bit more I have to go over. Lemillion took a little bit longer because I know more people wanted to know how to counter the dash down, and you might not be satisfied still because roughly you're just annoyed that Lemillion can be safe right here, right? Well, sorry, that's just how the character is. Maybe they'll patch them. But guys, let me know what I could do better in these guides. I will have timestamps, of course, down in the comments for kind of each section. If I was going to talk about kind of resets, and what I mean by resets is like this, where they kind of recover, and then you can hit them again. Let me go over that one more time real fast. So if I wanted to like do dash canceling here, and they recover right here, and I could kind of like hit them again, right? I was going to go over that, but that's more roughly kind of gameplay mechanics, and that goes for every character, not necessarily just one character. But let me know if you want to go over stuff like that. And guys, please leave a like. This took a long time, and I do want this guide series to go well. And of course, I'll keep bringing you basic gameplay stats. If you guys want to suggest to me a team that you guys play and you think is really good, of course I'll play that in ranked, and I still got to go through the roster and give you guys some gameplay on all the other characters. I'm still trying to learn most of them. The only ones I've really played are Base Deku and Lemillion, and I spent a lot of time on those guys, so I know a lot about them. But I need to spend some time on a lot of other characters. But guys, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to this part of the video. And all I can ask for you is please leave a like. It helps out a lot, especially since we're trying to grow with this game. And I'll see you guys later.